All right, guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to be talking about the three big B vitamins. Yes, three forms of B vitamins you see very commonly in the supplement marketplace. Let's take a look at some of the forms and which ones may be a little bit better for you and your body. All right, so first up is vitamin B6. Yes, this comes in two different forms, pyridoxine or pyridoxal 5-phosphate. Let's talk a little bit about pyridoxine. So this is actually the inactive form of vitamin B6, which means your body has to work a little bit harder to get this one ready to be used, okay? So, it's very common. You see it in a lot of different products. It's less expensive than pyridoxal 5-phosphate, and it's a little bit more stable. So it does have some advantages. However, if you do a little literature search about this one, not the best form of vitamin B6 to be using. Has been shown to build up a little bit, maybe cause some nerve issues in high doses, so do a little investigating there. But the real form of vitamin B6 that you want to be using in your formulas is called pyridoxal 5-phosphate, or P5P. This is the active form of vitamin B6, so there's no extra work that has to be done by your body to get it ready to be used. As soon as you take it, as soon as it's absorbed, it's ready to go about its business, and we like that. P5P is also pretty stable. There are some things to work with in the formulations, but you can find this very readily in the marketplace. So if you're taking a supplement with vitamin B6, take a look if it's pyridoxine or pyridoxal 5-phosphate. We want to be focusing on those that are pyridoxal 5-phosphate for ultimate quality and ultimate efficacy. All right, second big B vitamin, vitamin B9 or folate. You're also going to find two common forms of this one, folic acid or methylfolate. Let's talk about folic acid. Topic of hot discussion, right? A lot of people hate it, some people like it. Okay, so why is that? Well, folic acid is, just like pyridoxine, the inactive form of vitamin B9. Okay, now it does still help the body raise the levels of folate, so it does still help with folate in the body. However, that conversion of folic acid into usable folate is difficult for a lot of people, okay? It has to be methylated before it can work, and a lot of folks struggle with methylation reactions, okay? So, why even risk it, right? Maybe you know that you do struggle with those, maybe you don't. Maybe you've never even heard of that. The point here is that methylfolate, the other common form of vitamin B9, is so much more readily used by your body. Okay, no additional work required. It's ready to go as soon as you take it. In fact, there's actually even branded forms of methylfolate, things called magnafolate or quatrefolate, which are clinically studied forms of folate that show high absorption and high bioavailability. If you look at your supplement label and you see that those forms are being used, excellent. If you see that it's folic acid being used, I guarantee you there's an alternative out there, a better option. People still formulating with folic acid, ooh, not a good look. So I would recommend finding a different product if that's the one in yours. All right, let's move on to number 3, okay? The third big B vitamin is vitamin B12 or cobalamin. Again, two forms you're gonna see a lot. Cyanocobalamin or methylcobalamin. So cyanocobalamin, you'll see it a ton in food products, very stable, just like folic acid is used a lot in the food industry to fortify foods and give them that extra vitamin kick because it's so stable, so easy to work with. But it's not the preferred option here when it comes to supplements, okay? An inactive form, again, has to be transformed into something else by your body, causing your body to work harder just to get those vitamins that it's looking for. Why even worry about that? We have the active form available. It's called methylcobalamin, and it's used actually pretty widely in the marketplace. Cyanocobalamin is becoming less and less common, which is fantastic. We'd love to see that. So, again, if you're looking at the vitamin B12 in a formula that you're taking, make sure it's methylcobalamin, okay? Not cyanocobalamin, all right? So those are the three big Bs, B6, B9, and B12. Once again, pyridoxal 5-phosphate, methylfolate, and methylcobalamin. Those are the three keys to get the best forms out of those vitamins. Make sure you like and subscribe to this video. We're going to be tackling all the common ingredients in the supplement marketplace, all the common products, common brands. It's all coming to you on this channel. Thanks a lot, guys. We'll see you on the next video.